The only one there is the Dragoon. All of the Dragoons. Alrighty. So, last time, we were starting Disc 2.
What happened at the end of Disc 1?
Okay, so we have a problem.
Do we?
Yes.
Why? Did you lose your save file?
RetroArch was not loading my save file because I loaded Disc 2 instead of Disc 1. So I'm going to load Disc 1 and then try and load straight to Disc 2 and see if that works. As, if it doesn't, we're going to have some problems. Pretty much.
Aren't we good at this?
The best.
Everybody out there knows that we are the best.
The best around.
And nothing is ever going to keep us down. Except for all those things that keep us down.
Alright, so continue. Load this data. It says, please load Disc 2. Disk option. Next disk? No, that doesn't work. Disk options. Check.
By the way, Nathaniel, there was a deep amount of pain when I watched that first duel. It was deep.
I don't know, man. Those were some pretty normal Cyber Dragon things. Make contact fuse.
Okay, then.
With Chimera Tech.
The fact that he just secured an Earth, like an already machine monster to contact it was just... Oh.
Hey, he had to make sure he didn't have a way to omni-negate.
You already can't.
You can omni-negate the summon of the Cyber Dragon.
Maybe? Maybe?
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. It may be time to plan, to start thinking of Plan B if this doesn't work, so I can figure this out another time.
It can't be that hard to figure out.
Well, there's an option that says next disk, but it doesn't do anything, so I don't know what's going on. I'm currently loading the next disk manually, but I don't think that's going to work. It is not going to work.
Oh, there must be a way to do it.
There must be. The problem is I don't know it. Alrighty, so time to figure out what we're going to do instead, because this ain't working.
What other games were you playing solo that we were watching?
The one that I can't get to work, or the one that I can't get to work? That's it. So far.
I don't want to say that you're infuriating.
What ones could we do? We could say fuck it and do an art stream, and then I'm working on your dragon.
Yeah, you haven't worked on my dragon in a long time.
That's true. I guess that's what we're gonna do.
And if you get tired of it, we just play a multiplayer game.
We could also just play a multiplayer game if you have one that you want to play.
I don't really have any I want to play currently.
None?
I mean, we'll think of one eventually.
You don't want to play some Uno?
No, I want him to work on my dragon for a bit.
We'll see how accommodating I am to changing afterwards.
You're gonna get tired of making cartoony character in about like 20 minutes.
Yeah, but I also have other things I could just work on then.
Nah, no other things.
That would be incorrect.
No other things. Nothing.
Where did I put that? Is the next question. There it is. Okay. Share my screen with you boys. Need to update the stupid stream title because this has not gone well.
It is no longer Legend of Dragoon.
It is not.
A filthy lie.
A couple tags. I can't think of that many off the top of my head. Update. Mirror tablet. Oh fuck. Almost forgot to change this. The art tab. Update.
Art.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the wrong category. It's rude.
I mean, you had to go to the right category eventually. I don't want to say that our last Lethal Company stream was called Game Jam.
Yeah, it happens. I do that decently frequently, unfortunately. Yeah. Where did I save the pictures of your creature?
Did I just see a duplication?
Oh yeah, I created multiple. It happens.
They just start like recreating themselves all over the place.
Well, no, that's when I'm in. Like, if I go to turn off draw,
Right now it looks like
I can do this.
Like,
it's 2.5D mode.
Horrifying. Right now it looks like a shaved chicken. Shaved chick.
That's kind of what a dinosaur is.
Nah. I'm sticking with the Jurassic Park dinosaurs.
That's fine.
Look way better.
Wait, do I have a pure ref of this? I don't remember if I made one.
So I did actually find out.
You did actually find out?
Yes, that people were printing. This is going to be weird if I don't give context. So I was thinking about this toy, and I was like, well, how are we going to get the ball joints in? Blah, 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 blah. And it turns out that you can just print the ball joints inside and then just break the little tiny whatever's inside afterwards. That's what most people do when they want to make figures and stuff.
Only if you have a good enough printer for that.
Yes. Do you not?
None of us do.
Unfortunate.
My printer is unreliable with even chunky things.
Maybe I'll buy a better printer later.
Maybe. If you do, I recommend a resin printer for what you want out of it. But that requires having a place with lots of ventilation where you can store it.
Resin printers don't work for that because they need to be able to see light. right? And
True, you wouldn't want to build it together. I just mean in general, resin printers are going to be better for like toys and things like this.
For statues, sure, not for stuff that you want to be built together and then have like movable joints.
Well, yeah, in this
You're
case,
thinking
I would
like-
say just you'd make the different parts and assemble it after you've cured it.
It's kind of hard to do just because the ball joints don't really work with the printing material because of the tolerances. Because like I don't know if you've seen like, well, obviously you've seen old toys, right? They're kind of made of like a rubbery plastic.
So I know there's ways to do it with even rubbery plastics that feel decent and whatnot.
Yeah.
I just don't know enough about it. It would require some research. Nate?
Yep.
How far out is your horn?
They're down. Like they point out horizontally, not on an angle. That picture is not very good. It's very old.
So, like this?
No, like it's on the side of his head, parallel to his eyes. That is a very old picture of
Okay, you need to doodle me a new picture and send it, because I don't understand what the fuck you're talking about.
Okay, so the horns are not on an angle. They are flat with the plane on the top of his head.
Like
going straight out on either side. Think
this?
No. Turn
Like
that
this?
90 degrees, like that.
Okay.
Straight out the side of his head. Like that. But much smaller, obviously.
And they curve up, yeah?
Yeah, they curve up.
Okay.
They're just no longer on an angle anymore.
Oh, instead of this, they're this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was... I stopped drawing it that way quite a while ago.
Well, you know how long ago you gave me these images.
I do.
Good, because I don't remember. It was a while.
Probably 3 years ago.
Yeah, that might not actually
Maybe even longer.
Maybe longer. I would bet probably longer. Yeah.
In fact, I would make the horn even a little bit thinner.
Oh yeah, I'm just getting placement down right now. Long. So how far out of the head does it go?
Shorter than that.
Shorter?
Yeah, about that long. And then it goes up. They're not super big.
Well, I think you still have troubles walking into doors, but that's okay.
I mean, he is a dragon. Doesn't spend a lot of time walking into doors.
And are they 90 degrees up? Or
I would put them on a very slight angle outwards, but not much of one. Yeah, like that. Very slight. And then rounded, of course.
Yeah, I'm just blocking in to get position. Geometry. Dino man. Fucking what? Why? Why you do what you do sometimes, ZBrush? Why you do it? Groups. Visible. Dinamesh? Dinamesh. Yeah. Bring it down like this.
Yeah, that looks very good. He had kind of gray Mani horns. I'd probably move them down a little bit on his skull, just a little bit lower. Yeah, like that. Perfect. Egg salad.
Egg salad indeed. Then you just need
The saladiest eggs.
spikes. And that's the head more or less sculpted. Need the cube. Yeah. Be one spike. Then one more spike down here. Need to smooth them and round them out, but that makes most of the deal. Actually, I don't have it turned on view. Need to make sure that's turned on. Make that nice and rounded. You out. Round you out. Softer.
More cartoony.
Yeah. All right. And for the most part, that's the head.
Yep. That's pretty much it, yeah.
I need to do multiple spikes for the body, and then focus on the rest. Thankfully, this is going to be a 3D print sculpt thing, so I don't actually have to care about crashing and hiding geo. As long as it doesn't, poke out the holes. Then again, the first version of this is almost guaranteed to be a just a statue. The foobar? Rotating that weird. I don't know why rotating that fucked that one up so badly. One more time. You only get 2 back spikes.
That's fair enough. I'm gonna tell you something. The spikes are not consistent in any way.
I expected as much.
One thing I've noticed when I draw characters a lot is I kind of adapt them quite a bit over time.
Most people do.
They might start one way, but they definitely don't stay that way.
Look, even professionals do that. Look at any long-running manga or something like that. You'll see they don't look the same at the end as they did, 4, 5, 6, 10 plus years ago.
Like, even that top spike, it's no longer curved backwards on the one that I have. He just has all of his spikes are like straight up and down.
That makes
the one
sense.
on his head.
Yeah.
The one on his head.
I ain't changing it.
It's shark finny.
Yeah.
They aren't anymore.
You get to be a shark fin.
How dare you?
I do want to make it a little bit thinner. Okay.
I've even made a human version of him because dragons usually like morph. Because I thought it would be fun to see if I could make a chibi human.
And how did that go?
I'm on like revision 4 because I'm really bad at drawing characters that aren't like monsters.
That's fair.
I'm starting to like it.
It is a significantly different skill.
I'm getting better at it. The more you do it, the better you get. Like I have to say, those concept pictures don't really like. I am not pleased with how that looks.
Well, now you can suffer along with me.
My dragon looks way better than that now. Especially the belly. That is definitely not what the belly looks like anymore. I also took away all of his spots. He no longer has spots.
I feel like you probably should have drawn up a new one.
Gave this to him like 2.5 years ago, man.
Here's the thing. He could still do that. I am
I
far
will.
from done.
I will do that.
No, I will. You, Nate.
I am going to do that.
Are you?
Yes.
Well, do it already.
I'm going to do it right now.
Why not?
First off, because I don't have anything to draw on. Second, there's no way to get it to you right now anyways. I could literally you could look at the picture on my YouTube channel.
Yeah, I'm not pulling that up and risking extra information on this stream. I'm having to stream my desktop right now, not actually just the program. So
Fair.
Anything could come up.
Anything.
I'm more worried about work-related things popping up than
Yes.
anything else.
Yeah.
Okay, so that will give...
Why you gotta make it not funny?
Because I'm a sour bitch.
You're just mad because you didn't get to play Legendary Game.
I kind of am. I'm gonna quickly actually...
That's fair. I want to finish it as well.
I want to start something in the background that I may end up switching to working on at some point, but I need to make sure...
It makes me feel very nostalgic.
Same.
I have zero nostalgia for that game. I didn't
No,
know
not-
it existed until
No, not for that game in particular. It's just the PlayStation era graphics remind me of PlayStation era games.
oh yeah, I did not grow up with a PlayStation. I
It
had
was the-
GameCube. Yeah, GameCube.
I bought a PlayStation for myself from my friend's garage sale when I was much younger.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. Sold it to me for like $30 with a bunch of games. Was his cousin's.
Did his cousin know he was selling it?
Yes. The power bar was covered in tape.
Yikes!
Yeah. Electrical tape.
Sounds
That
like it
doesn't
was
really
well
change much.
loved.
It was. It was one of those things where I had some friends who were like, you know how like you had the friends who were like gamers, and then you had other friends who just did not understand video games at all.
Yeah.
So this was my friend who didn't understand video games like at all. So his cousin had given him the PlayStation, and then he never played it. He was more into like photography and stuff, like back then.
Well,
tell
his
you all
loss,
of this-
your gain.
Yeah, it could tell me all the stuff about like macro pictures and all that stuff, and I'm like, I just point camera, press shutter button. It's like, but the lighting has to be special. I mean, I can see just fine in this picture. The lighting seems good.
Yeah, I can see what I'm shooting. Good
Yeah, it's
enough.
perfect. What's the problem? No, I understand it. Like I've seen he did some like professionally framed photos at one point, and they look really good. But I'm one of those people where I'm like, honestly, I'm pretty happy with my pictures that I just randomly take. I think they look fine. What's the problem?
For me, it depends on why I'm taking the picture. If I'm taking it for shits and gigs, I don't give a fuck. But
Oh,
if-
clearly this stuff is important. Like it does. You can have much better pictures, but it's like one of those things where I'm like, whatever.
All right. Fingies.
Thingies. And now, like, I still don't understand pictures very much. Like, if I'm looking at buying a camera, I'm like, I don't understand what any of these things mean. Megapixels means that it can have more detail, right? That's all I need to know. Do I need to know anything else?
And 9 times out of 10, no. I've learned more about cameras through work than I ever thought I would need to, considering I work in CG and don't touch real cameras.
Well, and to be fair, like, most people, I don't even think that cameras are really a... Because I remember digital cameras were such a big thing for a long time, like, entry-level cameras.
Yeah.
But there's not really any point to have entry-level cameras anymore because everyone's cell phone is going to be better than, like, the cheapest entry-level digital camera.
Let's put it this way. Professional level cameras are becoming less and less common just because iPhones and whatnot can do such good photos that unless you're doing something very, very specific, you don't need professional cameras for 99% of things you used to.
Yeah, because, like, it used to be there was so many, like, I need a point-and-shoot camera. All right, I'll go buy one for, like, 80 to 150 bucks. But now my phone is way better than those point-and-shoot cameras. I have a digital SLR that I got when I graduated. My camera is 17 times better than that thing. That thing's a piece of crap. At the time, it was a pretty expensive camera.
A few years ago, I bought a Canon Rebel DSLR, and unless I'm using specific lenses to get a certain effect, yeah, my phone camera's way better.
Yeah, it's crazy to me because I'm pretty sure my current phone I think has like I want to say 14 megapixel camera in it, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. And my digital SLR was like 12. And I'm like, oh, that feels bad. I spent so much money on this camera at one ball. I didn't. Someone bought it for me as a graduation present, but still.
Don't like your arm.
What do you mean?
You
don't like the way I drew it or the way you sculpted it?
Both.
You can give it more definition than that. Again, I don't like that picture. It needs to be fixed. His arms are normally like really short when I would normally do it.
That's pretty short already.
No, I know, but they're like because obviously when I draw him now, he doesn't have a joint. This was thought with the point of him having a joint. So I can do whatever I want with his arm if I'm doing like one of those joke pictures we're doing. But kind of the whole point of his arms is they're supposed to be comically small and like useless.
It got that joke for sure.
Yeah. Like I was thinking about doing stuff with the dragon, like even for the that flip book that I did for the contest, which the contest has now been extended, so I have no idea when that's actually going to get posted. But I was trying to think about how our two characters would fight, and I'm like, my character's arms don't go even half of the way past his face. He ain't throwing punches. Which is why I had him headbutt your character. Because, like,
yeah,
what else is he doing?
Oh, yeah. The only thing he can muster up is a slight slap.
Not even that. At that point, he might as well just hit you with his tail.
Yeah, kind of.
Or breathe fire, which is what he does in the first flip book I made. Because, yeah, he doesn't move much. Even in the chibi version where he, like, transforms into a human character, his arms are ridiculously tiny. I've been thinking about making a good in air quotes drawing of it because I'm quite happy with the way the current version is looking. I just like the dragon. Like I have been drawing this dragon for now, like, oh man,
longer than most people have been alive.
I think I did it the first time I was in grade 8, so I've been like 2005-ish? It's like 19 years?
Eons ago.
Yeah. Disappointed dragon. The dragon is quite old now.
So was the disappointed part.
Drink.
Old enough to drink, yeah.
You're both old enough to drink.
Would have been 2004 2004, I think. So I think I was in grade 8 in 2004, but I'm not going to do the math.
Yeah, we don't pay the math budget.
No. Math hard.
Math hard. I do math
Math
for
hard.
work. I don't need to do math when not at work.
You know, sometimes I'll go like, because I kept a lot of my old drawings in this big bucket that I have in my room.
Yeah.
And every now and again when I'm sorting the room, I'll like look through and I'll see an old drawing I did. And like most of the drawing is garbage, but there'll be like one thing in the drawing that I'm like, I really like how I did that. And then I'll try to like recreate it on something else. I like that. What was that?
Oh, a friend of mine is
Marshmallow.
rating.
Said CRET
nice.
raid Creed Elixir
Hey,
RET
hey,
raid
Cred,
Creed
how's it going?
Elixir RET raid Creed Elixir RET
No.
raid Creed Elixir RET
We were
raid Creed
supposed to play a
Elixir
game
RET
today.
raid Creed Elixir RET raid Creed Elixir RET raid Creed Elixir
Okay, I
RET
need-
raid Creed
I
Elixir.
need to
Bleeding
mute my
Rain.
chat.
Said CRET raid Creed Elixir RET.
Oh, my auto chat is getting real spammed. Had to mute that. How's it going, everyone? I was supposed to be playing a game, but my software completely busted, and we didn't know what else to do. So here I am doing some sculpting for Nate.
Yep. Making a 3D representation of a 2D, really bad 2D drawing. He's having a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm having so much fun. It's cartoony, which I don't do.
He doesn't like cartoons.
It's not that I don't like them. I just am kind of done with them. I've been there, done that.
Yeah, professionally, you work on too many. That'll do it.
Yeah, well, actually, I worked on one of them with my friend Cret. We were going to be playing Legend of the Dragoon. It's an old game from the 90s, like
Yes, one.
Final Fantasy VII era. And we were changing to disc 2, but for whatever reason, it's just not working.
Yeah, disc 1 works, disc 2 doesn't. On his totally legitimate hardware.
Oh, yeah, my totally legitimate hardware.
Yeah.
You were just talking about cartoons earlier? Well, it makes sense. Me and
I
Crat have
still
worked
like
on too many.
And I believe Mr. Smoothbrain is completely indifferent to them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That
We've
makes
got all the emotions. Love, nihilism.
nihilism, not nihilism.
I'm going to pronounce it the way I want it.
Their name isn't, Neil.
It is
Chimera
now.
all over again.
It was invented by a man named Neil. I'm changing the history.
I don't think it was, but okay.
I'm pretty certain it wasn't. I have a habit of saying words wrong.
You do. You also have a habit of saying names wrong.
Okay, we're not getting into that.
No, just wait a little bit and it'll come to us automatically.
It'll never happen. I've never said your name wrong. There's no proof of this.
Now you're just going to avoid saying our names at all because you know that the moment you try to, you're going to say it wrong now.
I'll just use like non-committal terms like buddy, chum, pal, and friend.
So exactly what I said. You're going to avoid it so that because you know it's going to happen.
That's definitely your name. Your name is Streamer Man.
Streamer man. Does whatever a streamer can. Not a whole lot.
No, not really. Because most streamers can get a game to work.
Well, you're not
Wow.
wrong about that, but also fuck you. So what were you talking about cartoons earlier? Just normal stuff in general, or? Yeah. So, Mr. Normal Streamers. Have you guys been playing Palmon or Pal World? As me and Kevin have, though Nate refuses.
I'm not a big fan of 3D survival crafting games.
Look,
Plus, I didn't refuse. I said I'd play.
yeah, but you haven't. Thus the
I
refuse.
said I'd play if you wanted to stream it. I'm not going to play it for leisure.
Yeah. We have enough other games on the go that we're failing to get running.
Oh, we could definitely do some EDF tomorrow. Or even today, if you get tired of sculpting.
Look, I can sculpt literally all night. That's unlikely to get tired of.
That's good.
Um,
I find the same thing for like trying to do art. Once you get into it, it's you can do it for hours, but sometimes it's hard to get into it.
Yeah, it's the getting into it part.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just getting started. That's why I have a group that I do art with on Mondays.
I knew you were gonna do that. I knew it. I love it so much.
Look, man. If you're gonna make something once, you don't make it twice. And
No, I approve. I approve of this.
all right. Also, Craig, you're right. The foot is not round enough. I'm making it too foot shaped. I need to make it more.
I'm making it
round.
even more difficult for him because that reference picture is like 2.5 years old, and I have improved the drawing a lot since then, so it's not even accurate anymore.
Yes, but the only reason it's not accurate is because I've been really just not wanting to work on it and putting it off.
That almost looks like Bulbasaur foot.
It does. He's making a new pal for Palmon.
Ooh. That's I don't think. Wait.
Sorry, it doesn't look enough like Bulbasaur to be in Palmon.
Oh, that's just those.
You copied Ball?
No, wait, all of them.
Although it did find out that the collars in Palmon don't have a limit. That's kind of funny.
The collars? You can't put them on the no-call list?
What do you mean the collars?
Well, so you know how you can have a collar on one, and then instead of having to have it deployed, it's just following you at all times, right?
Oh, yeah. You can have unlimited following you.
Yeah, so you could just have like
Helped me like
just an army of them just running around with you, like 5 of them.
Yeah, needs to be curvier. I agree.
What?
Why is the clip tool not working?
Are you not looking at chat, Kevin?
I just tuned in.
Every time we want him to be curvier, we have to put something like that in. That's great.
Oh no.
You know, that famous quote from the Titanic.
Oh yeah, I get the quote.
Okay, no, the joke was that is not how the quote goes, but it's funnier that way.
It's close enough to the quote. I've
Have
actually
either
watched
of
the
you actually
Titanic.
watched Titanic?
I don't watch movies.
Yeah, Kevin would never have, but I can't remember if I have or not. I think I had to for school.
I don't know how, but every single time I've walked into a room where someone is watching Titanic, it's always the part where that guy pinwheels to his death. That is the only part of that movie I've seen. That's it. That's the only part of Titanic I ever get to see. I walk in and there's like, let's put it on a playing with you. And then that guy like is hanging on to the side of the ship, lets go, falls and hits the propeller and pinwheels into the ocean. I've seen that part like 8 times.
Turn on. Oh, fuck. Streamlabs just crashed.
See?
There. Sorry about that. Actually, what's my stream settings now? Okay, it is still the same stream settings.
Your browser encountered an error while decoding the video. Click here to reload player.
I was... Damn.
Oh, I see you again.
Yep, I'm back up. Everything's
I
here.
see my dragon's double gin.
Yeah, it's not really a double chin, but it's close.
No, I know, but from this angle, it looks like one. Those are supposed to be his teeth, but it looks like a chin.
Well, that's his chin. Yeah, and that's his massive, what, upper bite, underbite? What, I don't know what's called.
I guess that's an overbite. See, I was trying to make a puppet version of this, and I'm trying to figure out how that works too, because the way I color him, his teeth are the same color as his skin.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just bony protrusions.
I bring the concept back. The teeth are kind of the same color as the skin. I just thought it was a weird,
Cretilia
flap.
said please say some words so I know you exist and it's not just a screen.
I exist and I'm speaking?
Actually, let me unmute the stream. Say something.
I'm saying something. Are you not saying something?
There's no sound coming out of your stream.
Well...
Disappointed dragon said LOL.
Why the it shows it's working! I don't oh, of course it's gonna happen.
Cretilia said please fix your audio.
Oh, I'm trying.
Disappointed dragon Said we can hear the TDS but nothing else.
But so can you hear yourself if you talk, Nate? Oh, now you guys aren't talking, of course. I'm going to end stream and restart.